Hey guys, welcome to my Grave Encounters 2 review. If you saw my first one, then you're going to know I despise this film. And I wrote some notes, you can see there, rough plans. I'm going to go into detail on that. So this is going to be about an 11-minute roast video of this film. They did do some good stuff right. So let me start from the beginning. I'm going to go if they're right point, if they're good, or if they're bad. So the first good thing is it starts with YouTuber reviews. So it's people reviewing the original Grave Encounters film, like I'm doing now, but like proper big YouTubers, and they put them on there as the second intro. And then it fades in, which is right, which is a good thing. Then we had a party scene. It tells us the date. The date was alright. I think the party was a bit stretched out, and the fact they had good air. They're filming a slasher film inside of this film, which I thought was a very good trope that people do like to self-promote in their other titles. They like to self-promote on like TVs. I like to show their other movies and shit. Like Season of the Witch showed the original Halloween and just tried to fame off that, which is a good thing. Death Awaits is a bigger part in this, so great deal. It explains more of the meaning. Basically, there's a YouTube account called Death Awaits that comments on his video saying he knows where he is. Go meet up at this address. Meet Lance's mum's address. And they go meet Lance's mum. She can't remember when he was last there. She always thinks he's always there. And then the caretaker comes out and goes blah, 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 and shouts at them and throws them out. I'm gonna get to death at the end. So then they get a scene of getting ready to like go in there and confront the director of Grave Encounters, which I thought was just so dragged out. We didn't need to know how we got up there. I really wish just the apartment would have been better. So I mean, I won't say that as a bad point. The cop tells them they can't go in, but then he drives away anyway, even though you should know they're probably going to try again. So that's the downside to me. This film plays off nostalgia. It shows the TC scene, the ghosts of TC type ghost thing. Yeah, they show that a lot. Like they intercut the film a lot, which I think is just awful. It's just to drag out the time a lot. And then there's sorry guys, you can hear the dog. So I'm not stopping this review. Shut up, dickhead. Sorry about that. We're gonna have to hear that for a while. What the fuck? Dogs, really? They always do it when I record. They always, but I hate them. So I hate their barking. It really pissed me off. They break in, and they set up all the cameras in the bathtub, the writing room, and they're intercutting with the films, the first ones. Which I like the setup scene. I just do not fucking like the bad fart joke. Yes, they pulled a cheeky potty humour joke in there. Yeah, the thermal scope picked up someone shitting, practically farting in the thing, which was paid for last, but it just didn't it wasn't really funny, was it though? Fart joke's just stupid. You get a Luigi scene where they play with the Luigi board. They think they're joking around. Obviously, the classic. They think they're joking around. Yeah, they like to play off classic tropes. They do it sometimes alright, but some of them are just awful. I want to mention this on offside because I'm not finishing this film. It's got awful and boring. But there's a big demon that explodes. I don't know what the point of him was. There's a cop jump scare where they're going in. They're like, let's get back to the room. He breaks down the door and goes, oh, I didn't think I was in the door locked, did you? And then the cop disappears with a couple gunshots. He's not dead though. They start packing up. And then we're gonna go with the deaths at the end actually. So we got the tropes from the first movie, the exit trope and the map trope where it doesn't work. Just pointless really, where the exit's sealed and the maps don't work that well. But then there's so many good jump scares. So we got the kid on the bed jump scare. Now this was the one where the horse is going on. Stop when she says stop, it stops, and then she starts combing her hair. Do you want to play? And then, yeah, does the contorted face again. didn't change the contorted face. Which I personally think the jump scares are the best part of this movie. Then we got the door jump scare. There's always a door jump scare. The first one was the one where it slammed. This one's the one where they open and slam, open and slam. They all open towards her. Basically, yeah. Then we meet Lance after 10 years with beards and shit. They don't explain how he survived that long, but he did. He writes all over the walls and shit. Then there's a vent jump scare. So basically, Trevor, one of the characters that we literally just found out the name of like 40 minutes into the thing, gets his lace stuck in the vent when they have to climb there to get into the main entrance. And he's trying to untangle it, and a demon Gale comes up and goes, starts contorting his way like the ring. That was a very good scary jump scare that I thought personally was a very good touch to this film. You knew if he couldn't get that lace done, he was fucked. I know what he did, but the problem with that scene is, why the fuck didn't you just take your shoe off? Like, you know, you could have just took your shoe off. No one cares about your shoe. I don't think you're gonna miss it that much. It means you survive. You know, there's glass everywhere. They could protect. Be something else you could probably throw on. But no, he just left his shoe on. And then there's a doorway scene where basically he goes through a door after killing someone, and the other person get dragged into hell. Yeah, so here's the deaths now. We're going into the deaths. The reason I'm saying in death is because this is fucking awful, this film. Okay, the first death is this Asian guy called Gary or Jared. We're not sure. We only got told once he goes out the window. Yeah, they don't even introduce us that well. He was thrown through the upstairs window, the one where they filmed last time, yeah. The second death was Tessa, a girl. She was split up by one of the replacing walls, like the first film, you know, the Death Awaits door when they smashed it, and then the New Order. And the doors were shut with walls. Yeah, that was shut by a wall. So that happened, and then she was dragged away, quarantine styled, at the end, you know, when she's dragged away, yeah, from death. She was dragged away, she was like, and he just squished her skull into the floor. The third death is the cop. He was electrocuted on a table connected to some electrical cables that they use for electric shock. The fourth death is Trevor or Troy. He keeps changing. Lance Preston gets to him, kills him and goes, "I've done your bidding, masters." Smashes his skull in with a baseball bat. It's pretty gruesome, actually. This one's the worst one, though. Girl number 2, we don't know her name. Head bashed in by the Alex. Now, he's the main guy in this. So the head butts her until you see his brain and the hearing goes and everything. And the doors will open. Lance gets sucked in to the portal to hell and dies. It ends with Alex getting arrested and they saying this was a very good franchise. So that's my review on it. I'm going to give this one a 2 out of 10. If it wasn't for the jump scares, it would be a 0 out of 10. The first time a review's ever got a 0. But it's got a 2 because the jump scares were on point. Like the cop jump scare, you didn't know it was the cop at the time. The big demon exploding, it was random, but it was cool. The gore was amazing too, so that's why it's got another point actually. Now, we're changing that. You be generous, we're like to be generous, we're going to give it a 3 out of 10 instead. Due to the gore being just like bloody on point. Like you see a brain and shit when she's smashing his skull with his head, it's just all the most gruesome thing ever. The ghosts were amazing. The build-ups to the ghost, they didn't build it up that much. Which is why I like it, because you know it's coming. You know it's coming, so it's like building up on the trope. You didn't know these were coming, so she would just turn around, and then that sort of creepy music starts playing. And there wasn't really any music. It relies on atmosphere, is what I like about the Grave Encounter franchise. So, yeah, 3 out of 10 for Grave Encounters 2. Hopefully you guys did enjoy my spoilers of Grave Encounters 2. Bye-bye.